Message of the day, bro. Message of the day. This is how we live life. You take advice. You listen. Listen from your elders, your ancestors, the ones who came before you. You know, you soak up the game that they had to give, that they had to offer. But listen. Your life is not to be determined. You choose your own path. You choose your own way. Therefore, with that being said, you take. I'm iffy about these words, but when I say take, I just mean you receive. Like I say, what they have to give, that resonates with you. You know what I'm saying? That resonates with you. Now, I'm pretty sure any real master gonna tell you, well, for one, when we think about martial arts, they pick and choose who they accept. They know which ones are kind of on that path and, you know, how they are going to shape them and mold them, right? For them, just make them sharper, right? But all I can speak for is myself in real times. You can't let just anybody tell you anything and just direct you for you. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of that going on. You know, it's a control thing. You know, somewhere along the line, it's like humans, we became obsessed with power. We got little types of power. It's like we kind of the apex, sort of the apex species here these days and times. I don't know what all them been here. I don't know what all is still here. But I'm talking about in humanity as we know it today. Well, I say humanity, but I just mean life. The thing is, bro, it's like on land, everybody. I mean, it's like everybody play that role, bro. So it's like everybody play that role. So it's like I can't say who all do what and who do what and who's most important for this and most important for that, bro. As far as I'm concerned, we just for ourselves. I mean, we take care of like the animals and other life forms too. We, you know, we have gardeners here, we have farmers, we have wildlife managers and just things of this nature, right? You know, it's like we kind of just we a lot like insects in a way, honestly, bro. Because when you think about insects and how they operate, bro, we kind of operate on the same level, fool. It's like this race of species, I feel like this generation of humanity is like really more so like some insectilian type shit. And with this being like the age of Aquarius, it make a lot of sense just because it's the air element. It's the air element. We think about flies and whatnot. That and birds, them are the things that I can think of that fly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can think of like sea creatures. They do this in a sense underwater. You know what I'm saying? You got land. I'm sure you got land. Well, we know this for a fact. Crabs and things like this. I was gonna say, you know, you got land, sea creatures, and then you got the ones that fly. I mean, well, you got the one. I'm putting it like this. You got the ones who stay on the ground, and you got the ones that fly. You know what I'm saying? So look. Where I was going with that. My bad, I lost my train of thought. I turned this corner. I turned down a whole new lane for real. I was just riding around. But I was saying that to say humanity is a lot. It's moving more to a lot more of an insectilian type of nature, I feel like. I just think about how insects operate as far as in colonies. You think about like, look at us, bro. When you see us on the roads, on the highways, or even just walking, there's a whole bunch of people. We like a whole bunch of little ants. Or if you see a whole bunch of different people working on something, maybe like a building or something, it's like it's like a group effort. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bunch of ants or something, bro. That's what it reminds you of, some termites or something. You don't just see that in like animals of, you know what I'm saying, larger sizes. I mean, maybe birds. Well, there we go. I mean, that's the next thing that came to mind was birds. But like I say, those are, you got air birds and you got land birds. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's kind of what that is, dealing with the age of Aquarius, bro. It's the from the air to the land, bro. It's ruled by what? Capricorn and Saturn and Uranus. Saturn is our Earth planet. Uranus is an Earth planet. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius is that intermediary between the Earth and the skies. That's why it's called the age of information. It's bringing that shit down from the Earth, communicating through the Earth, bringing it down to Earth, communicating it on the, you know what I'm saying, on a lower level is what I'm gonna say. And it's not good or bad, bro. It is what it is. It's everything, fool. You know, if y'all want to get religious about it, yeah. When I say religious, I mean judgmental. As far as it's a good thing or a bad thing, or political. I mean, you can use either one of those words. It's just everything, bro. It is what it is. Just like I was saying earlier, how you pick and choose what you resonate with, and you sort through the information. You know what I'm saying? That just comes from discernment within yourself. That goes back to what I was saying. If you have someone who's trying to, it's a difference between a guide and a king, fam. A guide is gonna guide you. You know what I'm saying? And when I think about a guide, it doesn't have any ulterior motives. It just does so because that's what it does. That's you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what it's here to do, or from your perspective anyway. I mean, well, even from theirs, it's kind of like that's just them, fam. Whereas a king, see, a guide is facing forward, and if someone tags along and chooses that path, or chooses what to pick from their experiences is what I'm gonna call it. I know I always add an extra S at the end, but look. From their past experiences it just leaves it there. You know what I'm saying? I always say a guide is a guide, like a tour guide, a spirit guide, whatever. It leaves that behind, so you can see where you would distinguish what they did right, what they did wrong, what they might have to teach you, what they might have to offer. But they're facing forward for the most part. And you know, for the most part, I feel like if you keep up to track with them, then you know they bring you along, or they keep you up to speed. You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep you up to speed. I don't too much see when a guy turns around, I feel like that's when a guy becomes a demon. If we putting it into these types of words. You know what I'm saying? But this can be what's determined. This can be looked at two different ways, is what I'm thinking, because that's my way of thinking of it. Whereas a lot of people would say, whatever, okay, if a guide is putting out negativity, or if they're putting out something that's going to hold you back rather than push you forward, right? For the most part. So this is going to vary amongst people. But with the way I was going, it's like when a guy turns around, See, honestly, I don't even want to say that because I'd rather go with that other one than what I was originally saying, fam, to be honest. Because what I was thinking is when a guy turns around, because really a guy could turn around, bro. He might just run backwards. It's cool. He ain't gonna see where he going. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So what's going on here? It's kind of like some two-facedness. You know what I'm saying? But really it's about 360, having a 360. But, you know what I'm saying? But that's where we get off into this thing of duality, bro. That's just how that works. But and we think about it. Hey, bro, I've been thinking in 4D for a long time now, fam. Like since I was a kid. If not I'm not sure if that's 4D or 5D because I was always the one thinking about time and possibilities and timelines and possibilities. Like when you think of something like, for example, this is my earliest memory of thinking of something like this, right? It's like playing rock, paper, scissors with somebody, bro. And it's like, it's a thing of if. It's always a thing of if. Okay, if this person is going to choose this, then you want to choose this. But see, that goes so deep already. It's like, it's all these ifs, right? But it's like, damn. But what if you think that person know that you gonna do that? So now it's a mind game, right? So it's like, it's what Kevin Gates called mental gymnastics. You know what I'm saying? It's just going back and forth. It's this thing with duality. That's what it is. It's a battle, fam, of possibilities. Because the way I'm thinking is like, that's the thing with this twos and fours, bro. And like I say, this is 2020, so 2020 vision. Like I say, duality is a key factor here, bro. Duality is a key factor here, bro, because now you have the 2 and it's double. It's become the 4. So now this is like, if you wasn't thinking in 4D before, it's like you really got to get up to speed because this is really what's going on. We talking about 5D now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't even 4D with it yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what this is for the most part. And you have Saturn and Pluto playing these types of, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, come on with it now, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. But look, they're like proctors in a sense. Saturn anyway. But for the most part, man, I was saying that to say, facing forward and facing backwards. See, what I'm thinking is, if you facing backwards, to say you on your path and you face backwards, to look back at who's behind you and who's following you and to help these people. That's when you become a fallen angel, because you came down to help these people. Now you can be looked at as a fallen angel or a demon, like I say, based upon whoever's perspective this is, whether from this side or this side. Because on this side, you might have people, like I say, they gonna look at you as an angel or a demon based upon however you affected them, and whether you progressing them or if you pulling them back, or what it looks like you're doing to their surroundings or humanity or whatever, right? So that's how that works from this side. Whereas on this side, you have these energies who, you know, you going along your path, but it's like you're not even facing this way because you're facing the other way, right? So it's like you're taking the chance, you're taking the risk of running in the, you know what I'm saying, you're not really seeing where you're going. You're not really seeing where you're going this way, type shit. It could be a thing of this and this. That's why we have the sun and the moon. I feel like the what we call sleeping wake cycles. It's like during the daytime, it's the time that you turned around, and during the nighttime, that's the time where you focusing on yourself to be a star yourself and, you know what I'm saying, guide your way facing forward, right? But in the daytime is where we kind of facing backwards, right? That's how I feel. Just finishing that original thought, if you're not facing forward where you're going, and you taking a risk of running into things over here, it's where it's like these energies on this side can either be looking at you in a positive or a negative sway based upon what you doing in them and how you affecting their space, right? A lot of them, some may look at you like, okay, this person is helping those who are behind, is how I'm gonna put that, right? Whereas some may looking at it, okay, but look at what he's doing and what he's sabotaging, what he's risking, and all of these types of things. In the meantime, it's like you're not really focused on this because you focused on this. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way over here, and that's where we have those 2s and 4s. It's like 2 on each side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I say that to say complete the 360, and when we thinking about 4s, bro, that's when the 360 comes into play, because you know a triangle is 180 degrees. Triangle is 180 degrees. And this is like a complete hole, but it's only facing one side. It's the delta. It's the incomplete square or circle. Whereas when you double that that 180, now you got 360. See, now you got a triangle on both sides. So now it's like you got one facing this way and facing this way. That's what makes the square. Or the diamond or whatever. Or the circle. The O. So now you have the 4, and this is where the 4-sided square comes into play. 4-sided square. And this is full vision, 360 vision. Now you can see things from both sides over here, and you can see things from both sides over here. Both sides over here. See, this is where I've struggled as far as finding that balance and centering myself, and actually being aware that I'm in all 4 corners of these sectors, and that I hold myself responsible for handling myself from each one of those perspectives. But it's just about being centered. It's just about being centered in the meantime. Keep in mind that you're not gonna be able to please everybody, but for the most part, the way I look at it is like you just find your way to kind of like just work with the energy surrounding you, bro. Learn to adapt in ways I'm not gonna say give yourself up, but you know, just keep in mind, be mindful of your surroundings, your space, the people that's the energies that surround you. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Y'all be whole. Let's get it.